Aloha and Tashi Delay from Kauai Tibetan Buddhist Dharma Center here on the island of Kauai. We present this class every Thursday night, 6 to 8 o'clock, and record it and put it on our website, kauaidharma.org. I'm Lama Tashi. This class that we are presenting tonight is based on the tradition of shamanistic Lamaism, which is the definition of Tibetan Buddhism. Buddhism in itself is an invented word because they had a name for Shakyamuni Buddha. But at that time, Buddha wasn't called Buddha, he was called Muni. And the mantra for that means one who experiences ultimate wisdom or insight. We use a mantra, Tadyata Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Shakyamuni Soha. That means the ultimate experience of wisdom is actually the purpose of all of Tibetan Buddhist teachings and methods. So when we do these practices, we use it with the guidance of a teacher who has followed the tradition of this form of training, mind training, which takes one's body, speech, and mind into that dimension of Muni, or wisdom, Buddha. My definition is simply one becoming a mature human being. That term maturity doesn't fit most human beings. So there's a great need for this type of training and practice. One of the questions that keeps coming up from people I talk to in correspondence, on the web, and the phone, and so forth, is how do we relate to the voidness experience of mind, or the voidness experience of space, or the lack of something appearing between thoughts that are arising, and so forth. So I've been studying Namkhai Norbu's book, The Song of the Vajra, which is actually a commentary on another one of his books, which was the training of Dzogchen. And I'm going to read a little bit of the explanation that he gives about voidness and the misunderstanding of, or actually how to understand what it is. He says, regarding the contemplation of this state of one's mind, or the state of as the natural state of the universe, there are erroneous explanations in some books. For example, one book said, when you are getting in a calm state, that is emptiness. That is really only the state of meditation. That state is just the same as one between two thoughts. You see, between two thoughts, there's also emptiness. Sometimes you notice it, sometimes you can't, because thoughts arise quickly or slowly depending on the nature of the person thinking. That space, empty space between two thoughts, that's the state of meditation. But actually, it's not. It is simply an experience which one can contemplate. The difference between meditation and contemplation is meditation is on an object, and the object presented in the meditation arises as an experience to the meditator. Emptiness is only an experience. It has nothing to do with contemplation. If you are in emptiness, you're not in the instant presence, then that is meditation. If you are in the instant presence with that emptiness, then it has value. You can also be in the instant presence of clarity, because clarity arises in the instant presence of your practice as the contemplation on voidness. These two are inseparable. The experience of emptiness and the experience of clarity actually arise together. If you are in emptiness and you are in the instant presence, you can also be in a state of contemplation without attaching to the experiences that are arising. You then discover there's no difference between clarity and emptiness. That is the real state of contemplation. When clarity and emptiness arise together, this is called Dzogchen. And in Dzogchen, we call this and almost everything that arises and experience. Do not attach to these experiences. Fixate solely on the clarity and the emptiness arising in the instant present. We mainly have three experiences because we have in existence a body, voice, and mind. Through these three experiences arise. Then you can discover that all functions of your senses in contact with objects are also feeding these experiences. For example, if you hear a sound, that is an experience. Sometimes you like very nice sounds, sometimes you are repelled by terrible noises. Why do you like some and not others? It is because you have the consideration or judgment that you are listening to that kind of particular sound. Sound is something like an object. If you have the capacity of integrating and being in integration with sound, and if you do that in the state of the instant presence, then there's no judgment, good or bad. They have the same taste. This is an accomplishment from the experience of the sound called Mind of Bliss, One Taste, or Dzogchen, Mahamudra. We give these examples that all contacts of our senses with objects are simply experiences. You can discover that your entire life is an experience. In general, it applies to everything you do. Sometimes you like them, sometimes you do not like them. But all experiences are everything, and everything is an experience. If you understand this, there's no problem in meditation or in the object of mind entering into what we call the state of the instant presence as a method of contemplation for developing clarity and realizing that that is why Dzogchen, we do not need to escape from samsara. We simply transform our energies into these states of realization. This is most important, and as we integrate, we try to have that kind of knowledge. When you have that knowledge, you apply it in this way to whatever method you are using on the three levels of the body, speech, and mind, which are in Tantra, the Nirmanakaya, the Sambhogakaya, and the Dharmakaya. This is Tantra. And this is the integration of that Tantra into your body, speech, and mind. But of course, we need a base. We need knowledge. We need a teacher. But what we do with all of this is simply integrate it. That integration is the path of the Nirmanakaya. When you have the realization through that, you have contact with karmic visions and beings who have different kinds of karmic visions. This is in contact with what we also call that of the Nirmanakaya. But all of this is called the base. And the principle of the bases are the essence of nature and energy, related with the three kayas. Practitioners must know what the base is and what the three kayas mean. For there is something connected with the three kayas at each and every moment of our life. So this is a commentary on voidness and emptiness as to the methods, results, and experiences of practice, and the difference between meditation and contemplation in tantric practice. There's much more to all of this, but the simplifying of what we are doing is necessary. For instance, a lot of us are practicing sutra. Excuse me. Sutra is integration of Mahayana as the base in preparation for the Tantra. The Tantra is taking the sutra of the three vehicles, Hinayana, Mahayana, and Vajrayana, into the next level of the three, what we call kayas, or tantric vehicle. And those are the Sambhogakaya, Dharmakaya, and Nirmanakaya. And each of these three are used in methods of transformation with the three aspects of our being. Our body, speech, and mind. So each of those three, the Nirmanakaya, is associated with body, speech, and mind. Sambhogakaya, training body, speech, and mind. Nirmanakaya, taking body, speech, and mind into the ultimate state of clarity and realization. And when you do that in the state of the instant presence, that's called timeless awareness. And that is Dharmakaya. No beginning, no middle, no end. No outside, inside. No past or future. No good or bad. Like that. You remove all of judgmental references. And in that way, you can relax. And what are you relaxing? With your body, with your speech, and your mind. That said, we take refuge. First of all, and the most important aspect of Tibetan Buddhism, which is unique, is the altruistic motivation which causes us to enter into the path of Mahayana and leave the path of the Nirmanakaya, what we call the soul realizer, and move into the path of everybody is doing this with us. And everything we do is for everybody else. And this is called the altruistic motivation of Tibetan Buddhism. It goes like this. In order to attain enlightenment for ourselves and limitless sentient beings, our mothers, we now all together take refuge and offer prostrations. And we go for refuge to all the holy lamas. We go for refuge to all the idams, or the deities gathered in our mandala. We go for refuge to all the Buddhas, those who have conquered the mind and gone beyond. We go for refuge to all this supreme Dharma. We go for refuge to all the noble Sangha. And we go for refuge to all the Dakas and Dakinis, who are the protectors and defenders of Dharma. All of these possess the eye of transcending awareness. Then the Bodhisattva Six Perfections Prayer. To the Buddha, Dharma, and this Supreme Assembly, we go for refuge until enlightenment. May I, through merit, gain practicing the six Bodhisattva disciplines, called the Six Perfections, accomplish Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. Then we chant the altruistic motivation and the refuge and the Bodhisattva Bodhicitta prayer in Sanskrit. We do this to communicate it to all the languages and cultures of the planet and to the spirit world. First, the altruistic motivation. Dag dang jowa nam ke da dang yam pe sem chen tam che tu di ne jung te ji si chen chu ning po la chi ki bardu. Then the six refuges. Balden lama dampa nam la chab su chiyo yedam chokor gi latso nam la chab su chiyo Sanjay chom dende nam la chab su chiyo Dampe chur nam la chab su chiyo Paupe Gandum Nam La Chapsu Shio Pao Kandro Chokyung Sume Sho Yeshe Ki Shendong Dempa Nam La Chapsu Shio. And the Bodhicitta prayer. Sanjay Chodam Choki Chodam La Jai Chu Pardu Dagdi Shamsu Chi Dagdi Jinzo Jipe Sonam Ki Chola Kenjur Sanjay Jupar Sho. At the end of chanting these prayers, preparation for your formal practice, or for any preparation for healing, or any preparation for situations that require healing, it is recommended to do the three refuges prayer in either Sanskrit or English 3 times, and the Bodhisattva Bodhicitta prayer 3 times. When doing prostrations, then you use the refuge prayer with the prostration. Visualizing the refuge tree of whatever lineage you follow. We use the Karma Kagyu lineage refuge tree. Then you sit for a few moments and allow all the energy of your body, speech, and mind to move into the instant present. And the simplest way to become present is to focus on your breath. Then you refine that state of presence to shorter and shorter periods of time. In the Hinayana path, there's a practice where you actually reduce the presence into 1/60th of a second. But actually, it's much simpler just to relax and be present. Be yourself and be okay with yourself. You have a precious human body and a precious situation without the 8 obstacles and benefiting from the 10 enhanced states. So you use this at all times with your body, speech, and mind to be present in order to benefit limitless sentient being. You recognize everything is impermanent and that you should practice now. You recognize that you have karmic tendencies that follow you like a shadow from past lives to this life, and they need to be transformed or purified. You do that now. And this state of conditioned existence is unfavorable because of aging, sickness, and leaving the body. So we need to practice to transform physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually so that you move into the natural state of the instant presence, which is in your mind. It's innate in everybody's mind. And you contemplate simply space. It is present in all your senses, including your thoughts. It is present in every object of your senses, which is the totality of the phenomenal world and all the beings in the phenomenal world. And it's the ultimate state of relaxation or realization of the accomplishment of Mahamudra. Tonight we're going to start with the practice using the 3 lights meditation and the 5 elements to bring in a state of relaxation which becomes an antidote to all forms of stress presented to us through our physical and mental connection to the world around us and to our thoughts. We use the 5 elements healing practice to strengthen our body and strengthen our whatever energy or whatever method of practice we are doing. Sit with your back straight. If you're laying down, okay, or standing, that's okay. Head slightly tilted forward, hands in a comfortable position, either in your lap or on your knees. Mouth closed, tongue resting against the palate, and eyes slightly open, gazing to the space 2 feet in front, using space and light as a reference for the instant present. Then we start with the 3 lights meditation practice, focusing on the breath. We inhale the air as white light filling our lungs. Visualize that. The energy from the elements, 5 elements, completely penetrate every cell in our body, and we visualize that taking place as red light flashing through our entire form. Then we combine these two and exhale the healing breath out the nose as blue light, healing energy to all beings filling space. Inhale white light, fill your lungs. The absorption breath is red light flashing through your body. These two together out the nose is blue light to space, like the sky. This three lights meditation practice is not only one of the most powerful practices of the Tibetan tradition taught by all the lamas, but is also the method of transmission of all the methods in mind trainings for your body, speech, and mind. With the three lights meditation using the breath, you move slowly and gently into a state of calm abiding. Disengaging yourself from the worldly activities of the day, you start to experience peace and tranquility. With this as the base, then you start the 5 elemental healing practice. To do that, take your focus off the breath. Bring all 3 lights symbolically into one tiny particle of light, visualizing that in the center of your chest, creating the heart bindu or heart chakra. That particle's as small as you can imagine it, like a tiny diamond. And watch it as it merges into the infinite light of boundless space. So this starting method of practice, starts you in the first dimension of space itself. In Tibetan, they call it basic space, sunyata. Contemplating this in the instant present, then you move by again meditating on the particle and visualize it to grow into a small sphere of clear light. This method moves you from the first dimension of being to the second dimension of light itself. Then you keep expanding that sphere of clear light until it becomes a symbol of one of the 5 elements. Tonight we're going to use the element of space, visualized as a pure white sphere of light about the size of your thumbnail in the center of your chest. Label that symbol space. Whichever symbol you use in this meditation practice, the practice is done the same way, and each one of the symbols are all 5 in one, but stressing the healing properties of, in this case, space, to be applied symptomatically or causally to forms of stress and disease in the body. Start the practice by visualizing that small white sphere to move out in front of your body and up before your eyes 2 feet in front. This brings the power of your imagination and focus, single-pointed focus, together to cause healing energy to pervade your area. Then you visualize it to expand in size until you can see your body inside, floating or sitting inside this white sphere labeled space. Then the next step is to visualize the white sphere to expand in size until it completely encloses the island, town, city, or a large area of where you are doing this practice. Sharing it with the environment and the beings in that locality. Then you expand it in size to completely enclose Mother Earth, including her atmosphere. Then the actual and the imagined are the same thing. This is one of the ultimate purposes of meditation practice. Then expand it in size to completely enclose the solar system. In this way, you take it outside the confines of human experience. Then expand it in size to completely enclose our spiral disc-shaped galaxy. Then move beyond mental limitations and expand it with the boundless existence of space itself. When the imaginary and the ultimate merge, contemplate space by being in a state of the instant presence. In this way, clarity pervades your stream of being. Simply contemplate space. No boundary, no edges, no sides, no center. Be present. Relax. Then move with this experience of the energy of space back into the dimension of the reality of our phenomenal world by enclosing our galaxy in this symbol. Shrink it in size with your imagination until it just encloses our solar system. Smaller and smaller to just enclosing Mother Earth. Then extremely small to just enclosing the island, town, or area where you live. Then condense all of that into a small white sphere enclosing your physical body. Taking the full life force energy of the entire universe into your form. And to end your practice, bring it to its original small size, 2 feet in front of your eyes. Then to chest level and into your heart chakra. Condense it in size, shrink it to the small sphere of clear light, then into the particle, and merge that with the boundless light of the infinite fabric of space. No meditation. Relax. Be present. This is how you contemplate the energy of your body, speech, and mind. And in the process, become healthier and more mature. To end your practice, bring this improved state of awareness to in front of your eyes and spread it into your area of practice. Share it. Good health is based on good energy. Break. These 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, space. Earth, water, fire, air, space. Create everything in the entire world, in this phenomenal world. Your body was created by your mother with these 5 elements. These 5 elements are color-coded not only for healing, using the 5 elements practice, but we make them into individual symbols. They are also used in healing by the channels of the body, running in 5 meridians all through your body, everywhere. Ears, feet, hand, torso, toes, sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, all of that. So the 5 elements and the 5 skandhas are connected to the 5 objects. They are also connected internally with the light energy of the body to the 5 states of wisdom awareness. Wisdom in Tibetan Buddhism is categorized in 5 ways. But if you realize or access any one of these 5 spheres of wisdom energy, then all 5 become apparent. Just like with space, earth, water, fire, and air are not separate from space. Space is not separate from those 4 elements. Each has its own function. Well, the same is true of the 5 states of wisdom. And they are to help you transform the 3 kayas into the 3 we call tantric vehicles of highest awareness. And this highest awareness translates into highest intelligence, maturity, for your body, speech, and mind. So the water element translates as merging with the antidote to a certain emotional energy. Because it is your form, we associate it with the energy of aversion, anger, hatred, rage. So that's a category of which, from that powerful emotional conflicting energy, 24,000 other conflicting states arise. So the antidote is to understand that everything is integrated. Everything is illusory. So these are the illusory aspects of your consciousness which permeate the world around you. Specifically, the five elements. And when you move into these wisdom energy spheres, you move into them with the dakinis of the elements, and these become the protective aspect of your body, speech, and mind. So that first state is a state of mirror-like wisdom. The mind is empty, but becomes conflicted with judgment and harmful thought. The second activity is the air element, which is the action of how to use that integrated process, that mirror-like wisdom. Then the space element, which we just did, is how to use the clear light knowledge of wisdom and what it is and what it is not, which is why I gave the explanation from Lama Namkai Norbu at the start of class to help you with that. The earth element connects us to the sphere of equanimity. We're all on this together. We're all equal. And we have to understand that every one of us has different tendencies. And how does that arise from previous lives and this life? So equanimity, which means stability of the emotions that use these energies to transform into these states of wisdom. And the fire energy is the discerning awareness of the clear light, the clarity of the mind. Where? In the present moment. Eliminating the need to digress to past and future events or even to present occurrences. Discerning that your own mind of clear light has infinite potential, not only for benefit to you, but all living beings and to the environment, the world around you. So I'm explaining this because these cannot be separate. If you hold them up to the light, they connect. That's why we made this sheet transparent with plastic coatings. But you do that in all these meditation practices, and it simplifies this whole process of becoming mature. As what? A bodhisattva, a Buddha. Now we're going to move into the Dita Yoga practice of transformation of the three kayas. It is a sutra practice. And the simplicity of it is you're merging those five wisdoms with the five elements of your form body in practice to benefit body, speech, and mind. Sit with your back straight, hands in a comfortable position. Head slightly tilted, eyes half open. Relax your gaze to the space and light in front. Mouth closed, tongue resting against the palate. We're going to move with the three lights practice again in the breath into the practice of Manjushr, which is shown sitting with the blazing sword raised in the sky, cutting through ignorance. The blazing part of the sword is the wisdom energy of the clarity of the mind. And the left hand holding this, with the thumb and ring finger a text on a lotus blooming by the left ear of the Heart Sutra, which was given by the Dakini Prajnaparamita for the understanding that everything is light in space, those two energies, everything. And the simplicity of that is called form and emptiness. Form is emptiness, emptiness is form. And the Dakini was Prajnaparamita, the perfection of wisdom, the mother of perfection of wisdom. That's her name. So that's the symbol of the lotus blooming by the left ear. There are actually 100,000 stanzas of the Heart Sutra. It has been reduced down to the simplicity of the explanation that all form is light or emptiness, and all forms or light appear. He sits in full lotus. He's dressed in 6 types of jewels. 5 jewel crown is the 5 states of awareness I just explained. Rings, neck, chest, belt, leg and ankle ornaments, wrist ornaments. Those are the 6 ornaments representing the 6 perfections: generosity, morality, patience, perseverance, meditative concentration, and the development of insight. His backrest is a blazing sun, like the one that lights up our solar system. He wears a kata, which I put one here, which simply means auspicious good fortune, valued as something soft and useful, like silk. And this is like in Hawaii, we present leis of flowers are presented to others in greeting. That's where the statement Tashi Delay originated. He's on a 32-petal lotus flower sitting on a sun and moon disk. He has 5 colors of silks in the lower body. And this sphere is the healing energy of the medicine Buddha, a blue sphere of energy circling his head. In front of him is an empty mirror. This is the wisdom nature of your own mind when at perfect ease, in a state of perfect presence, where clarity and voidness become the reality of everything. Ultimate healing. And he also has a treasure base of everything valuable of gods and goddesses, men and women, offered to all the spirit world. And he also has a conch shell. This is the sound of the Dharma through all the ways it's presented in speech, writing, and mantra. Why is Manjushr useful in Tibetan Buddhism? Because it opens up the knowledge sequence of your mind where all questions can be answered. Like Google. So when you use this mantra, it's not only to connect to this state of higher awareness, higher intelligence, but also to understand how it arises and realize its nature and how to use it. And at the same time, take care of worldly situations and questions that arise by understanding what is appropriate, what is useful, what is beneficial for not only you, but all others in the environment. So we're going to do this practice. And I want to give you the mantra that I used in retreats taught to me by Kala Rinpoche, because this mantra brings the clear light of the mind together with Prajnaparamita's teaching of the use of all of the sutra and all of the tantric methods, bringing one to realize Mahamudra, or the mind of bliss. Om Hridi Mama Deepam Manjushri Mo Hri Prajna Sadhana Paramita Hridi Soha. So this mantra is connecting Hri and Di with the ultimate mother of wisdom, the Buddha mother of space, to the sadhana or puja of Prajnaparamita, form is emptiness and emptiness is form, which is the Heart Sutra, and ending again with Hri and Di. Hri is ultimate compassion, Di is ultimate awareness. These two are ultimate bodhicitta, the mind of all bodhisattvas, and the mind of our Buddha nature. We reduce that mantra to just Om Ar Ra Pat Sat Na Di Soha. And those sounds produce the energy of our body, speech, and mind to realize and understand and how to use all of these methods. Very powerful. So back straight, eyes in front, mouth closed, hands comfortable, head slightly tilted. Bring your focus to your breath. Inhale, white light. Hear the sound Om as the energy fills your lungs. That's the clear light nature of your natural world in your mind in harmony. And as the light permeates your body, the absorption breath, visualize red light and hear the sound Ah. That's the vibration of all energy universally applied. Then take these two sounds, Om, Ah, and the white and red code, and exhale blue light out the nose to all sentient beings in space. Om. As you inhale white light filling your lungs, hear the sound Om. The red light energy of the elemental nature for healing, hear the sound Ah as it penetrates your entire body. These two codes together out the nose as blue light to space, benefiting all beings. Hear the sound Om. Practice your breathing in this way for a short period. The three lights with the three breaths, Om, Ah, and Hum. In this way, you prepare yourself to receive the empowerment of this practice of Manjushri. And the Lung, which is the advice of the teacher how to use and apply it, how to do it. And the commentary on its application and results. This is called the Wong, the Lung, and the Tree. Visualize the Lama in front. Any Lama of your choice or the ones presenting this empowerment, Lamatashi. From the forehead of the Lama in front, white light penetrates your forehead as a permission to be the deity, the rainbow body of Manjushr. Red light from the Lama's throat to your throat is the application of all words of advice and the mantra. Then blue light from the Lama's heart chakra to your heart chakra is the wisdom empowerment of the higher states of awareness, intelligence, knowledge, and insight connected with this practice and its application. Then the fourth empowerment is the empowerment of union as the Lama merges into you. Seeing the three lights simultaneously shining as the Lama merges into you, you become Manjushri, the rainbow body of the wisdom of all the Buddhas of the past, present, and future. The body, speech, and mind of all levels of Bodhisattva training. Then you see in your three places the white Om in your head, the red Ah in your throat, and the blue Hum in your heart chakra. The white sphere with the Om moves down the central channel of your life force, merges with the red Ah in your throat. These two together move down into the blue, dark blue Hum in your heart chakra. With these three in place, the creation sound of the deity arises as D. In Sanskrit, it's spelled D-H-I, but D, it means ultimate light, ultimate awareness, ultimate insight. The nature of the universe and your mind in harmony. One taste. I have a small picture of Manjushr here with the mantra Om Arapasa Nadi Soha written on the back with the Om, Ah, and Hum. And the D is the overlying vibration or creation sound of this deity's mandala applied to the universe of sentient beings. So with these two together, this mantra and you as the deity, you project you as Manjushri to the mother who created you, life-size in front facing you, as Manjushri. And to your father and all relatives, friends, lovers, everybody you have karma with this life. Then to all the humans on the planet today. And all the infinite animals in the ocean is Manjushri, and on the land is Manjushri. So you're creating a mandala of light and light beings, of sentient beings in your mind, and applying that universally, because there is no separation between your mind and this world around you. Then you include all the spirits of the four realms, filling space. So these humans and non-humans, animals, and so forth, exist everywhere in the universe. Animals and humans on an infinite number of planets. Spirits everywhere in everything. When your mind is filled with this mandala of all beings as Manjushri, inseparable from your Lama, that causes the heart mantra of the deity, the vibration, to be sounded with your voice. And these mantra sounds arise circling the D, which is red light in a three-dimensional given thickness, the D, circled with five-colored light, a sphere. Then the mantra circles clockwise, Om, Ar, Ra, Pa, Sa, Na, Di, Soha. Each mantra is a vibration of energy to gain realization and knowledge of this highest state of awareness or intelligence. Realize it and how to use it. So we sound the mantra, visualize it circling clockwise around the D inside the five-colored sphere in our heart chakra. At the same time, all the energy of the D in the mantra fills our rainbow body of Manjushri. Then all sentient beings with this rainbow body do the same thing we're doing. So we're all in harmony. Sound the mantra. The more you say it, the more powerful the realization and the usefulness of this tantric method. Om Ara Patsa Nadi Soha. 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 Nadi Soha. Om Ara Patsa 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 Nadi Soha. Om for your speech, body. Om for your speech. Om for your mind. All three in union. D. Om Ara Patsa Nadi Soha. 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 Om Ara Patsa Nadi Soha, Om Marapacha, 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 Nadi Soha. Soha means always increasing. Everybody is this, gets this, becomes this, realizes it. Om. The energy of the light force of the universe entering into your stream of being, body, speech, and mind. Ara means complete light energy pervading body, speech, and mind. Patsa means the Father knowledge of wisdom as sacredly applied to all the elements and everything that exists in all sentient beings. Nadi, channels of light energy within your body and everywhere in the universe. Same, equal, in harmony. Nadis in your body, 84,000 channels of light energy. Your wisdom body, illusory, rainbow body of the deity, Manjushr. D, the ultimate state of awareness, discerning awareness with light. Connecting to everything in harmony, everyone healed, mature, happy, prosperous, physically, mentally, and emotionally, spiritually, in a state of good health. Om Mara Patsa Nadi Soha, 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 Om So creating a mandala of all sentient beings in your mind, applying it universally, tames the mind. Yourself as the deity is the example of Bodhisattva becoming mature Buddha. The heart-centered D that resonates your heart is the creation sound of the harmony of this situation in harmony with everything and everyone in the universe. And the D with the mantra giving light energy through every channel nadi in your body as Manjushr is to affect your physical body with that energy program for good health and everybody equal. All negative tendencies purified, all wisdom attainment amplified, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually accomplishing this creation stage of the deity. Om Arapata Nadi Soha, 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 Nadi Soha, Om Arapata 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 Nadi Soha. So this first stage of the practice is to create the mandala of your body, speech, and mind as the mandala of the Lama and deity inseparable to attain not only good health, but knowledge and realization of your true nature. It's simply that of the universe's energy, of infinite light and boundless space working together. This is to establish the compassion aspect of the practice, that no being is left out, no spirit from heaven to hell and in between, no animal, and no human. All infinite beings included. The second part of the practice is to gather the knowledge of how to use it. And the use of this is to apply it to the 6 realms of being as they're already realized, already have highest intelligence, already totally healthy, body, speech, and mind. No negative, no harm. And when you do this stage, you change the visualization, keeping the D, but on the blade of a sword with a vajra handle standing upright in your heart about the size of your little finger. Then 6 swords laying flat, vajra handle, with the mantra on the rest of the mantra on each blade. Ar, Ra, Pa, sa, na, and D is on the up plane. Then in front of you is the Dakini of the Buddha family, blue in color, holding a sword with a tree on it. And you sound the mantra, sending the light from these swords, cutting away all obstacles, all negativity, all toxin, all harm in any state of existence of the 6 realms, animals or human. And you sound the mantra, Om, Ar, Ra, Pa, Sa, Na, Di. 3 in front, D in your heart center. Om, Ar, Ra, Pa, Sa, Na, Di. Upright sword. And the blazing light from those 6 swords goes to all 6 realms. All sentient beings doing this mantra the same way you are. Om Ara Patsa Nadi, 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 Om Ara Patsa Nadi. Om Ara Patsa Nadi, 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 Om Ara Patsa Nadi. So these swords cut through all ignorance, delusion, anxiety, depression, fear, any state of not knowing, ignorance. Om Ara Patsa Nadi, 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 Om Ara Patsa Nadi. Om Ara Patsa Nadi, 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 Om Ara Nadi, Om Ara Patsa 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 Nadi. Om Ara Patsa Nadi. Now this mantra is also applied to any obstacle you're enduring, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Any obstacle, friends, relatives, lovers, enemies, animals, any type of interference from spirits, sorcery, wrong religions, practice, harm from any sort. Cut through all of that. Om Ara Patsa Nadi, 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 Om Ara Patsa Nadi. So, Then we move to the state of ultimate wisdom and insight in the present moment. This state of presence produces highest intelligence, awareness, maturity. No matter what practice or experience is applied to this state of omniscient, timeless awareness. So you see the seed syllable D in your heart center. surrounded by a 5-color sphere of light. Blazing red and a white background, fading into blue. Then the 5-color sphere enclosing all that. Focus on just the D. Sound it and have the light blaze through your body and out through space. With compassion, power, and insight, healing energy to your environment around you and all the beings in it. Like the sun does our solar system. Like a supernova does to infinite galaxies throughout space. Your choice. Focus on the D, be Manjushri. All beings in your mandala Manjushri. Sound the D. 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 this accomplishment state of deity yoga, tantric yoga, is to keep you clear of all of the experiences that arises because of the creation stage of practice, when we are mindful of compassion for instant sentient beings that are in need of developing their own compassion, power, and insight to gain maturity in this way. Also, their lack of knowledge of their own true nature, having no experience or no tendency to gather experience using this innate state of their own consciousness. So the accomplishment stage is to be clear of all that kind of altruistic, compassionate dichotomy. Resting in the state of clear light, the energy of the universe in harmony with everything and everybody in it, is in the present moment. And in the present moment, there is no meditation possible. It is a complete state of emptiness or voidness, free of rationalization and judgment. The simplicity of that is called contemplation, and no experience is necessary. When the mind rests in that state, bliss is the result. Bliss is a state of non-judgmental mind. It is not an experience. It is the highest state of intelligence. Then you reappear as Manjushri after the accomplishment stage of practice. Between sessions, formal sessions, all sentient beings become the yidam, and the object of your loving kindness and compassion. And all sound is transformed into the vibration of the mantra of whatever yidam practice or deity yoga you are practicing, accomplishing. There are varying degrees and levels of intensity of the practice. And when I use the word intensity, I'm referring to the energy, not the experiences. At the 8th level of aspiration of what you do with these methods, based on your own physical, mental, emotional development, they become irreversible. The tendencies disappear. The judgments disappear. The emotional energy reactions are transformed into the body, speech, and mind of the bodhisattva level and naturally develop into complete maturity in the human condition. Then that is what is applied to your worldly activities, to your life. However you are living it. As a monk, nun, householder, yogi, yogini, in retreat, in the world, all movement, all activity become the sound of the lion's roar of the Dharma. Thoughts and movement inseparable, night and day equal. Good health produces joy, happiness, bliss, less and less and less drama, outside world, ho-hum. And tonight we're going to introduce, was requested to do the practice of Powa, consciousness transference, using the Chenrei Z practice, Om Mani Padme Hum, and projecting the mind into the dimension of ultimate awareness space, using the heart energy of Amitabha Buddha, the state of discerning awareness that all energy is useful. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, equal, appropriate, developing, but most important, evolving. The evolutionary process of the human condition to become mature, just as you are. So sit with your back straight, hands comfortable, head tilted, mouth closed, eyes open. Bring your awareness to your breath. Breathe the three lights, Om, Ah, and Hum. Inhale, white light fills your lungs, Om. Energy through your body for healing, Ah. These two shared with all sentient beings throughout space. Exhale, blue light, Hum. Then sound 10 Hums to connect to the lamas and all the lineages of these methods of Tibetan Buddhism. The first three are for your body, speech, and mind. Hum, hum, hum. Then for body, speech, and mind become the body, speech, and mind of the deity. 4 Hums. Hum, 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 hum. And those developing into the three lights of the three kaya. Hum, hum, hum. And all the lineage lamas, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dissolve into you. You become Chenrezi. The three lights in your three places meet in the heart chakra, Om, Ah, and Hum, and become the sound Shri. The discerning awareness of your own natural state, developing into compassion and power, insight of the deity, four-armed Chenrezi. Right hand holding a lotus, left hand holding a mala, two hands in union in front of the heart in devotion and respect. sitting in full lotus on a 32-petal lotus sun and moon disk in space, symbolizing taking birth in the human condition. Smiling, 3 eyes, dressed in silks and jewels, 5-jewel crown. Light goes out to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, comes back to Chenrezig. Light goes out again to all sentient beings. They become Chenrezig in your mandala. Mother, father, friends, relatives, infinite animals, humans, infinite spirits throughout space, all this deity, all the heavenly realms, all the hell realms, all the deprived spirit world, and all the war and war god world. All the animals where they take birth in the ocean or on the land. All the spirits wherever they took birth in the 4 realms. All Chenrezig. Amitabha Buddha adorns your head in the 5-jewel crown of the 5 Dhyana Buddha. As you visualize all sentient beings in your mandala as this deity, the 6-syllable heart mantra arises around the tree in your heart center. So Chenrezig appears like this, and the tree is in the heart center, red in color, surrounded by a 5-colored sphere. This is the discerning awareness symbol of the Buddha above your head, Amitabha, as your guru. Then this becomes a mandala of infinite light filling space. All sentient beings marked with this tree in their heart center. The 6-syllable mantra appears. Om, Ma, Ni, Pe, Mi, Hum. So when you have that 6 syllables of surrounding in the heart center, then you sound the mantra. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And they're standing the same way as the tree in the center, like that. So, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. These 6 syllables clear all of the emotional conflicting energy out of the minds of sentient beings in the 6th realm. All the arrogance of the celestial realms, of all the gods and goddesses of the 3 levels of the heavens. Then all of the abusive nature, fighting and quarreling of the war and war god. That's the Ma. Then the Hri is all the neediness of humans and all their conflicting energy. That's the Ni. Pe is the ignorance of the animal world, all transformed into wisdom. Me is the deprived spirit world based on never satisfied, greed. And then the Hung is the removal of all hatred, anger, rage, abusive nature of demonic spirits. All of this transformed into the Buddha families of the Dhyana Buddhas and all of the 1,000 deities, male and female, of these wisdom realms. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme 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 Hum. Hri. Establishing yourself as all sentient beings in the six realms as Chenrezig with the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum, circling the red Hri in a five-color sphere of light. Then all of that energy pervading your rainbow body as the deity forearm Chenrezig. Then all sentient beings the same, doing the same thing you are. Take the Hri and put it in front of each eye. Visualize it in front of each eye. Then one in front of each ear, blocking each ear. Then in front of each nostril. Then in front of your mouth. Then a Hri blocking each lower orifice, anus and sexual organ. Once you have these Hris in place, focus on a red tree in your heart center. You, as a symbol of compassion, power, and insight, benefiting limitless sentient beings. Whatever you're doing, they're doing. So the tree is going to ascend the central channel up through your throat, head, out through the Uma, which is the opening of the soft spot towards the back of your head, into the heart of a life-size Amitabha Buddha, red in color. He's dressed in the robes of a monk and red, and his hands are in this mudra, right on top of left, thumbs touching. He is Amitabha Buddha, the Buddha of infinite light, limitless light throughout the mind and world of space. Focusing on the free sound, or free with the K sound at the end. Shriek. And as you make that sound, send the Shri up into the heart center of the Buddha Amitabha, which represents the state of infinite light of space. So it becomes a total whiteout for a few seconds. Light out, light. Then descend the Shri back down into your head, throw it down the central channel, and reestablish it in your heart center with the sound ah. Then rest for a moment, visualizing yourself as Shenrei Z. Shriek. And rest in the energy of infinite space as Amitabha symbol, heart. Then descend the Shri. Ka.
Ah. Is it ka or ah?
Yeah, you can say ah or ka. So it's Shriek with a K on the end and ah coming down. Shriek. Ah. Feel it firmly in your heart chakra, surrounded by the Omani Padme Hum if you can. Then Shriek. Ah. Shriek. Ah. That was 3 times. We'll do it 7 times. 4 more times. Ah. 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 Then the final time, the Buddha Amitabha descends down into your heart center, and the Shri is in the heart center of that red Buddha. And you collect the Shris from the outer central organs, blocking. 2 or 3 from the lower chakra, 2 from the eyes, 2 from the ears, 2 from the nose, and 1 from the mouth. All into the Shri in your heart center. Then you visualize all sentient beings filling space, dissolving into you, like rain into a lake. Then you, as the central forearm Chenrei Z, disappear into the heart mantra in your heart, Om Mani Padme Hum. Starting with the Om, each syllable disappears into the red Hri in Amitabha's heart center. And Amitabha, surrounded by a sphere of five-colored light, blends with the infinite light of the boundless fabric of space. This is the totality of your mind and the universe, equal, in harmony. Bring this experience to the present moment. Relax in bliss. Reappear as Chenrei Z, dedicate the merit. Kewa di nudu da, chagya chempo drugirne, jowa chinking malupa, dei sala goparsho, sanji kuso nimpajam ladam, shoni maker dimpajam ladam, kendu miche dumpajam laki, chitar goma momam druparsho. By this virtue of having realized Mahamudra, may we quickly establish all beings without a single exception in that state. The blessings of the three bodies of the Buddha being accomplished, for the blessing of the truth of the Dharma itself being unchanging, for the blessing of the wishes of the Sangha, that's us, being unwavering. May this dedication prayer be fulfilled. May all the lamas have long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity, and may all their wishes be fulfilled. Duchi Che, thank you, mahalo.